Reports quoting police sources say 6 airports across France have been evacuated after threats of attack over email. Now, sources tell the media that sources are in fact saying that the police had received an email which stated threats of attack over email on several airports. Now, 6 airports have been evacuated. I have journalist Paridhi Banod joining us from Paris. Paridhi, take us to the situation there. Now, we're learning that reports have come across that 6 airports have been evacuated.
Absolutely, Aarti. We're also getting reports here that at least 6 airports in France have been evacuated. From what we understand, these 6 airports are distributed across the north as well as the south of France. So I'm just going to quickly talk you through where exactly these evacuations have taken place that have affected nearly 31 million people. So there's been an evacuation at the Lyon airport, which is in the south of France. There's been an evacuation at the Toulouse airport, which is also in the south of France. Nice, which also falls in the south of France. If we talk about the airports in the north and northwest of France, there's Lille, there's Nantes, which are in the northeast and the northwest of France. And then there's, of course, Paris-Bévaux, which is also somewhere in the north of France, approximately. So these 6 airports, RT, have been evacuated so far. They were evacuated this morning after what police has described as bomb threats. Now, we're still unclear on how these bomb threats were received, but if reports that are coming in are to be believed, they were written threats that were received online or offline. We cannot confirm yet. Other than this, Aarti, I think it would also be helpful to the viewers watching this to know that why the evacuation has taken place. The reason why the evacuation has taken place is because, and I quote, sources say right now that it's going to help the authorities clear up any doubts on whether these threats are real or not. So not to create panic, but of course, reports coming in tell us that there were some bomb threats that were received by 6 airports, like you rightly said, in France. All flights in and out of these 6 airports in the north as well as the south of France have been suspended, have been cancelled. There is no further information on when they're going to restart again, so we cannot confirm that either. However, passengers at these 6 airports, unfortunately, are going to have to wait for some time and expect delays probably of several hours. For some context, Aarti, for some background, France has in fact been on a high terror alert for approximately 5 to 6 days now. And this started when on Friday, which is the 13th of October, there was a professor by the name of Dominique Bernard, who was killed in the Arras era of France. And he was killed outside of a school, and there were 2 others that were also injured in this attack, which eventually sent France into a zone of high terror alert. After which there were in fact 2 days when evacuations also took place. The first evacuation took place somewhere, I believe, about 3 days ago, when there was the Palace of Versailles, which was evacuated, as well as the Louvre Gallery in Paris, which were evacuated, who also had received similar bomb threats, which led to those evacuations. After this, on Saturday, which is, after this, yesterday, some 9 or 11 hours ago, once again, there was an evacuation at the Palace of Versailles. So, of course, France been on a terror alert for the past 5 days approximately. Bomb threats have been received not only at tourist sites in Paris, such as the Palace of Versailles and the Louvre Gallery, the Louvre Museum, but also, other than that, now at 6 airports in France.